Alright guys, we're back with more Gundam 3 here from Dynasty Warriors. We're still in the training missions. We're going into advanced training now. You can see we've gotten far enough that we've unlocked the 4th ability on the heavy arms suit for Troa. Okay, now we get to destroy Judo Ashta, which, based on the fact that, you know, he kind of ticked us off last time, but you can see that there are missions. Alright, evidently I didn't like that. So we're still going to be fighting Judo Ashta. Different mission, you can see the enemy has control over most of the field. There's a partner power-up field in the middle. There is a, looks like a mobile suit factory, which is where we're headed right now. And then there are just a couple of, you know, enemy generals on the field. We've got Ro Luca and Gato with us. Here's Domon Kashu to resist us at the repair hangar. So it wasn't a mobile suit factory; it was a repair hangar. If we can defeat this thing, or sorry, if we can take this field, we can start healing our friends. All right, Ro Luca was successful in taking one of the less important enemy fields. And, okay, that gets rid of Domon, but more importantly, we need to get this field. So, getting the special attack ready to go. And you can see that our enemies on this field are made up of K-Pools from Turn A Gundam. There's also the annoying bugs. I don't know anything about these guys, mainly because they're from Gundam F91, which I've never seen. But they just look like gears, and I don't know if there was a better... I mean, there are always design choices, I guess, to make, but they do make a convenient enemy to just have a lot of, because they don't, obviously they don't take up much room. Alright, so Ribbons has fallen to Gato, I believe. We've got Barzams as our sort of troop type in this round, so that's kind of cool. Up here's Sochi, so we're going to go and deal with her. You saw that I got the Master Ace achievement during this mission. I think that required me to kill maybe 1,000 enemies. I don't quite remember. But yeah, we're still taking advantage of that just basic heavy arms combo. I just like how kind of brutal it is. But Sochi's down, so the enemy's morale or strength or whatever is just about at half, which means that we're almost where we want to be for assaulting the main base. Now it's below half. Looks like I'm up. The partner field fell, so I'm going to let Epion go and sort of ride herd on some of these K-Pools. Oh, hello, Ribbons. Yeah, I kind of don't want you here. Ribbons is from Gundam 00. He's one of 2 Gundam 00 suits available for use in the game. The other one is Setsuna in the 00 Riser, which we saw in the last episode a fair bit, if I remember correctly, because I think I destroyed Setsuna on like 3 separate occasions. Okay, now we've got a problem. I guess some of our allies have gotten killed enough that our own battle bar is below half, so we really need to make sure that no one sort of sneaks off and takes our base while we're not paying attention. doesn't seem like that would happen based on the way that we're taking these fields. But it could have been a thing elsewhere. In fact, it might be one of the different stages have different. Okay, hold on. That was weird. Different stages have different rules for how they're played. I think some of them actually, you know, your bar diminishes no matter what you do, just as a matter of course. But at this point, you know, we've destroyed so much of their stuff. We've captured all the fields except for the enemy base. And now with ribbons destroyed, they're likely not going to have enough stuff left to respawn more generals on the field, so we can go. Yeah, okay, so I was right. This level has been constantly decreasing our battle spirit, even though there's no reason for that. We've been incredibly successful, and that includes my partners. We've done a fair amount of the work here. So now we can go up and, oh, okay, appropriately, Luca is engaged in battle with Glimmy Toto, the guy who had a thing for her in Gundam Double Zeta. And speaking of Gundam Double Zeta, our pal Judo Ashta has shown up and then immediately tried to rip us a new one with his special move. So let's see if we can get him out of the way, because I don't want him doing that again. The Gundam Double Zeta packs quite a punch. And I'm just going to let Ro deal with Glimmy behind me, and I'm just going to see if I can keep the pressure on Judo here. One thing's about this game, which I don't remember how much it transfers over to Reborn. Oh, hi, Emma. I didn't know you were here. First off, the camera, if you're not locked on a particular target, losing sight of your target can be an issue. Secondly, as long as you attack somebody first, you generally can keep up the pressure, and you might even be able to prevent them from getting a counterattack. The problem will be when your combo comes to an end, and then you've got to re-engage a new combo before they can actually start doing things. So juggling, like what I'm doing right here, is quite useful. That's a heavy arms move I really like, that I don't think if they returned it for the sequel game, I don't remember seeing it. But then again, in the sequel Gundam Reborn, I didn't play heavy arms nearly this much. And again, if you're just joining the series and you're wondering, okay, well, why am I using... Not that partners and advisors matter for... Well, partners matter. There are actually some partners that are better than others. But why am I using Tifa Adil as an advisor? Simple. She's available at this point in the game. And there aren't a lot of... At the very beginning, there aren't a lot of those guys who are unlocked. And the operator, I don't think... I really don't think there's much going on with the operator. Alright, so we're going back into the training missions here, and we've gotten up to Battle Exercise 1. We've cleared the story all the way through a Trusting Heart number 2, which I think a Trusting Heart is a reference to Benager Links. Because the Those Who Doubt chapter kind of throws together a bunch of characters that may not make a ton of sense. So yeah, you can see that we only have a couple of operators unlocked, and none of them are available for this mission, this story mission, because I forget the reason that Tifa's not available. Miliardo Peacecraft is technically with us on our little Those Who Doubt team, so that's why he's our partner instead of somebody else. He's Gundam Wing related, so therefore I have a better feel for him. But I'm not a big fan of the Epion just because it was the quote-unquote bad guy, if you want to call anything in Gundam Wing evil, because by the end of Gundam Wing you discover that everybody's trying to justify the ends by different means, but everybody's got the same ends in mind. So calling them good or bad is basically talking about their methods, and in a sense the audience is going through the same sort of struggle that Lady Un is in that show. What exactly are the proper methods to achieve your goals? Alright, well now I'm pretty well surrounded and kind of beat up. I'm taking a fair amount of damage here, and we haven't really accomplished all that much with these Gaza Ds, I think, floating around this field. Yeah, so I'm just going to do a super move here and hope that clears out all the resistance. But you can see the trick on this mission is the more enemy fields that you take over, the more time is extended for the level. So in this case, it's not necessarily a bad idea to sort of avoid the most problematic enemy fields, just simply to take as many as you can and build up your time barrier. Alright, this should help a little bit. Alright, Kira Yamato is on the map. Puro 2 is also one of our allies for this mission. Ribbons is our ally this time, not our enemy. He's also... Puro 2 and Ribbons are story characters that are also in the Those Who Doubt group. Yeah, Ribbons is actually not doing all that well. Oh, whatever. It's interesting in this game when they localized the name of the Porto clones. They went ahead and used Porto with an R. The localization team on the next game, Gundam Reborn, will use the play, PLE spelling. I'm not sure which is technically correct, but if you listen to the anime, and what the characters say, not that they're Pokemon, Puro is with the R sounds right, and so to see it like that makes more sense to me. But again, I don't want to say that one particular way is correct. So we've got Atherin Zala and the Infinite Justice Gundam on our side here. Alright, so now we're going to go and try to take the new type lab. This is another field type. It's kind of a little different. It's going to affect the capabilities of everybody on our team. So because the enemy controls it at the moment, their generals are a little bit better, in theory. But you can see that I'm getting kicked around here. I don't know if that's due to a difficulty spike or something else. Heavy Arms has a couple of combos that aren't terrible, you know, because they're projectile based. Sometimes they don't exactly keep the fight going the way that I would want it to, based on some of the tendencies in this game. Like when he flies forward, let's see if I do it here at any point in time. He flies forward and tries to attack. Usually that engages his chest Gatlings. And yeah, like that. And when he does that, he's slightly vulnerable to getting hit by enemy melee attacks, which I don't like because, you know, I'm trying to pursue, and getting punched in the face during your pursuit is not exactly what I'm going for here. Okay, now 2 minutes to go. I'm kind of taking a chance here, particularly since none of my allies have taken any fields while I've been assaulting the new type lab. Although they just shot down Koiraki, so maybe we'll do a little bit better here. Okay, so this field's up, and now I can go. Now I can go on to the next one. I'm going to ignore the other enemies here because they're not as important as the field is. And I've got 2 minutes. I think I gain about a minute every time the field is cleared, so I really have to keep clearing the fields. And with the enemy in control of the partner field, that's the only time you're going to see Epion in this mission. At least until we take that field. But it looks like our general who's closest to the field is stuck in combat with another Gundam unit. I'm almost dead. So it'll be interesting to see which happens first. If the time runs out or I get killed in combat. Of course, I'm saying that we've got enough blue bar to just respawn. Okay, we're close. We've almost got Field D secured here. Up. And I just blew up.
We'd make a good team. What? What did you just say?
But there's no point in giving up hope, right?
Okay, so looks like Koiraki respawned where I was, and it's been part of the problem. We've had a little bit of trouble trying to get the field. Again, I'm not worried about Ko so much as I'm worried about the time limit. So I'm going to make a run here at the enemy headquarters, see if I can get this done in 2 minutes and 39 seconds. And again, if you're kind of tired of me using the same combo over and over again, I was still learning the game at this point. Okay, we've made no dents whatsoever into this enemy headquarters. Now I do have a special attack. There we go. But even that didn't really do anything. Can't tell if these are gems or GM command units. And we lost the field. Ko took the field from us while we were up here. This is starting to look like this is going to be a close run thing here. Particularly if I keep getting knocked around by the enemy. Yeah, we're basically down to a minute. There is I'm not sure there's a chance, because even after even if I take the enemy headquarters, which I won't, all I'll do is spawn the boss.
They might not be much, but I do have my own beliefs.
We'd make a good team.
Okay, we took the field back, but we didn't get
What did you
any time credit for that.
Say that to a Federation officer.
I no longer wish to interfere with things.
No!
Yeah, this is pretty much a bust. There's no way that
As a human with emotions,
that I'm gonna get this done in 18 seconds. So the lesson here is that we should have continued to follow our original strategy and taken the remaining 2 enemy fields after I got there. My little gambit here into the teeth of the enemy really didn't work out for us. We don't want to leave things on a bad note. So let's see what we can get done here before we end this episode. Alright, let's go to A Trusting Heart 2, which we've evidently fought once and not cleared. Oh, that's because that's what we just did. Right. Okay. They've changed the enemy boss. So learning what we did from what we did last time. Okay, this time.
surround and destroy was a smart move for the enemy.
This is important because this is another aspect of this game that's not. A lot of the missions are not set in stone as to what they are. You're basically put on a random map with random objectives. They just might be mildly story related. You can see we're on the same map as last time, but the objective of having to complete it within the time limit is no longer there. So that's one way you can get around mission objectives like that you may not like.
Standing in our way will only lead to your
I'm going after the double Zeta because evidently I had a little bit of a vendetta against this guy ever since he got himself killed in that other mission. Alright, so there goes Judo. Now, the other part of our mission is to destroy Hiro Yui. There he is, running around in the Wing Zero suit.
Take those guys over there. All obstacles must be removed.
If you continue to resist, I can't.
And there are the Gelgoobs. They're evidently going to back him up.
No one tells me what to do. Let me
And I'm
do
going to
it
have
my
more
way.
company here in a bit. Now, ordinarily, seeing 4 Murasame coming after you should give you some concern,
Came to torment me. You're the one who stole my memories.
because she's best known for flying the Psycho Gundam. But in this game, she's one of the random. She's in one of the random pilots who can just sort of. They'll put her in a sort of related suit. She's in the Gundam Mark II Titans colors suit here. We've killed Hiro. We've killed, or taken care of Hiro. We've taken care of Judo.
Temporarily withdrawn.
Okay. Might as well take this field while we're here. We also know that 4 is here.
I'm glad you're still okay.
And
The enemy isn't letting up.
try to relieve some of this pressure here with
Wow! Look at all the goodies.
doing a special attack, and launching the Epyon. Okay, somebody's going after Char. Now this is another secondary mission. That the game has generated. So Char's on the field.
I'm not interested in throwing in.
He's our ally. But there are a couple people whose dedicated tasks are to destroy him. In this case, Amuro Ray and Bicha Oleg. So, I mean, two guys who wouldn't necessarily, you wouldn't think, well, okay, two guys who didn't work together in the cartoon show, and Bicha doesn't really have a connection to Char at all. Amuro is sort of a natural Char opponent, but, you know, somebody like Haman Karn or somebody like that would have made more sense. But then again, maybe it's the suit that's why the game has chosen Bicha for this mission. Because they're sending a previous Char suit, the Hyaku Shiki, against Char, who will probably be in the Sasabi if he's on the field.
Hey there, how you doing?
So we're going to have to protect Char by hanging around back here.
Can't keep wasting time on this. Let's finish this operation. Please don't get yourself in trouble. I'm coming to help you. Out of them.
Char Aznable says, let the purge begin.
I'm thinking that we're going to...
I'll annihilate
okay, we are not in good shape here. So we've got our most powerful special attack since we were kind of in bad shape. And basically what I've done here is
We can win this battle.
I've cut out some of the in-between just so you realize that we do end up winning in the end. That footage that was lost didn't come out right. So I'm sorry you're going to miss the final result of whatever me versus the new Gundam and the Hyaku Shiki was. But we were victorious, so we can move on to the story missions. We're now at level 17, you know, out of 50. Got some more suits.